So, speaking of things happening here recently,
Yeah.
this past week, birthday, Father's Day, pretty good.
You had a double celebration.
Double celebration.
Mm-hmm.
It was very much a 31-year-old's birthday. Just chilling,
Yeah.
being a dad, very much a dad birthday. Got to hang out with the fam, hang out with my child. Yeah. Got to have some, alone video game time. And then you made me an awesome birthday cake. We'll pull this up here, but I just want to pull it up for ourselves so I can look at it. You made an awesome Fallout-themed birthday cake. Look at that. Look at that, people. Homemade. And a homemade birthday cake with that much thought and effort into it is totally better than if you just would have went and be like, oh, here's, $20, make this cake,
Yeah, and you can't really tell because of the angle, but it is 2-tier. That is two double cakes.
And it has that nice blue lining in the middle.
Yeah,
it very much looks like a Fallout cake.
Yeah. Yeah, I was pretty proud of myself. Of course, I always do, even though it's like I'm still kind of getting into baking. I'm pretty good at, like, I would say so. Like, I've learned a lot about, like, actual cooking, like dishes and stuff. But I'm still kind of getting into the baking and stuff. And to be honest, I looked and planned to make that cake for like a month before.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, dang. See, that's something you didn't tell me.
Yeah. So
yeah, you had me surprised. You had me close my eyes and open it. And
I was really excited for that.
Yeah.
Even a few days prior, you had like a little hint, and you still didn't even guess because I was like,
I don't know how I didn't. I was like, duh.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I literally was. The conversation was, do we still have that food coloring? And you're like, I think so. And you found it, and I'm like, because I need blue and yellow. And then you like didn't even like. You like thought like for what? And I was like, oh, just a special project I'm working on. I mean, obviously you knew like that it was, for your birthday. You just didn't put two and two together.
Yeah, and I tell you, because that's the beauty of Fallout. The Fallout lore and world is so vast. There's like many themes with Fallout. So but the main would be the Vault-Tec blue and yellow. I don't know how to put two and two together.
Yeah. Nice, but yeah, I'm glad it turned out. I hope it was everything you wanted.
No, it was amazing. Yeah, nice. My 31st birthday, like I said, I spent my 21st birthday drunk, passed out, in a frat house.
In a bathtub.
And then
who would have thought 10 years later?
10 years later. Still getting drunk now. Still having a good time.
Still ended up in the tub.
Yeah. Still having a good time, but just with my actual family. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Nice.
It was pretty neat. And then Father's Day, I got my Bluey shirt.
Yes.
The
We
Cool
are
Dads
a Bluey household.
Yeah.
You can't see the back, but it says Cool Dads Club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool Dads Club.
This
is 31 people.
Yeah, is there anything else you want to say about that?
No, just it's been a good ride.
Yeah, count. Okay, it's not the end. Jeez.
I know, you never know, people. You never live every day like you never know what's gonna happen the next.
Right. Is it just my oh my god, I can't think of the word. Again, how many times did that happen today?
I know, are you okay?
I can't think of the word.
You got a worm in your brain
autism.
like RFK?
I was just saying anxiety. No, my I hope so I can name it.
Jesus.
Like Harlan Williams too.
Oh my god.
This tapeworm.
Oh, what was this tapeworm's name? I forgot.
Yeah, anyway. I forgot too. Yeah, so that's like the autistic in me is like when it's my birthday, like I tend to like think at the end of the night, I'm like, dang, I'm not gonna have another birthday for 365 days. Like, who thinks that?
Right?
I think that every year.
It's here before you know it. Like I said,
literally every time.
I was just 30 and I was like, 31. I remember when I was 30, I was like, all right, gotta make something happen. A year later, all right, I'll make something happen.
That's like me. I'm only, that's one thing is like when your birthday's over, I realize, shit, mine's coming up already. Like, damn.
You're going to be 27.
I'm going to be 27. And it's funny because I just saw a meme. It's like, when you're 27 and you're still deciding what you want to be when you grow up.
Yeah. The story of our lives. Like I said last week.
Hey, we want to be podcasters.
Right? I don't know. It might be too late for that.
Yeah.
Honestly, it might be too late. But to think there's probably kids. There's probably teenagers. I hope there's no younger than teenagers. If there's like 8-year-olds wanting to be podcasters when they grow up, a generation is cooked.
Yeah. Literally grow up.
Literally grow up. No, is it too late? Do you think it's too late now to start podcasting? Or what do you think the future of podcasting holds? Because we might be at the end of the podcasting trend. Doesn't mean I don't think it's going to completely fall off. Obviously, we hope not, because we're not going to stop. We're going to keep doing this. But let's face it, we're one of the many, many podcasts that are lost in the algorithm. Mm-hmm. And we see it all the time. Because we're podcasters, we like watching podcasts, so naturally new podcasts pop up to us, and we constantly see new podcasts with a week ago with 4 views, a day ago with 2 views, or another couple days ago with 30 views. Or every now and again you see a good podcast that's like 100 views and stuff, and we're like, oh, okay, cool. More power to them. That's awesome. They're finding their audience.
Yeah.
We are, like I said, lost in that algorithm because there are so many podcasts out there. And if you're listening to us, we really appreciate it. And we really love you extra. Like I said, Day Oneers Club, there you are. But yeah, how do you feel about this whole situation?
I just feel like at the end of the day, it's like how we like tell each other, like, we can't give up because a lot of more people are going to give up. Like, I guess you could like identify us. Yes, exactly. And I guess you can like, I guess we identify as like the pandemic podcasters because we did start up like a bunch of other people did at the same time when there was nothing else to do. But I would be curious to like go back and like figure all the podcasts that started during the pandemic and see which ones are still around, because that's really what it is. It's like, life got back to normal, I'd say already. Like, I don't know if they've actually, it's a completely different thing, but I don't know if they've actually lifted the pandemic word from us. But regardless, like, I'd be curious, since life has started back up since then. I wonder how many people have already gotten out of it. And I've already seen like a few podcasts that I tried to start watching, and I personally saw that they have already stopped after like 10 or 15 episodes. Like, yeah, it's not as easy as you thought, right?
Yeah, and there's people now, like you've told me about somebody that made a post about trying to find a group of podcasters, start a podcast with, and like, oh, we're going to take this serious, we're going to go viral right away, and blah, blah, blah. It's like, you have no idea what you're in for. Like, make it past 15 episodes, then talk to me, and then talk to me again when you make it past 50, and talk to me again, make it past 100, guarantee you won't win best 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
But I think the key word is what you said. People did it during the pandemic because there was nothing else to do. We did it during the pandemic because it was, and I think a lot of people did it because of this too, is it was just a perfect time. Like I wanted to start podcast years before years before the pandemic, and even kind of before we met. I was working with other people at HEB, same place we met, that I was already kind of mingling, like, okay, I should start a podcast with like Bob, and then there was that guy Miguel from Cooking Connection that once we were going to start a gaming podcast. I think me and Bob were going to start a wrestling podcast or something like that. So we always had talks, because I doubt there's anybody here that's seen any of my old videos. But if you don't know, I started on YouTube like 10 years ago making supplement videos. They got pretty, I guess,
got a lot of traction.
Just a small community traction.
It was a niche group, Yeah,
it was a niche group, so that's why I went through a whole phase. That's why I archived all those posts, all those fitness posts. I went through this whole fitness phase on YouTube where I thought I was a fitness influencer, so I was into that whole field. But basically, what was my point with all that? Okay, so when I did the supplement videos and stuff, I didn't, again, just like the podcast, I didn't come out with as much content as I wanted to, because I always felt awkward just talking to the camera, like I was talking to a group and stuff. And I always thought, like, I wish there was a way to talk about supplements and to talk about working out like I was having a conversation with somebody, like it was just natural. Fast forward a year later, I'm like, oh, there's a thing called podcast. And I started listening to wrestling podcasts. I was like, this is it. Like, somebody already, I was here trying to figure out this new genre to go in, where it's like, I don't want to be talking directly and like, oh, this product has this many grams of protein and blah, blah, blah. Like, I wish there was just a natural way it can just sound like I'm talking to somebody. And then boom, podcasting is a thing. So that was kind of like where my thing started. And just fast forward to what we were talking about, the pandemic, and it's like, boom, this is the perfect time. This is the perfect time, like, time wise, because we have nothing else to do. This is perfect time financial wise,
I was gonna say, because Trump be just giving out money,
getting out them checks. So it's like, boom, we got podcast equipment.
That's funny that you said that, because
let's just call it what it is.
I had that in my head too, that I was gonna say, like, well, we also had the extra money because of the stimmies.
Yes, a lot of this equipment that we have is literally thanks to the stimulus.
Thank you, stimmy.
So a lot of people, I guess, same boat. They started a podcast because of stimulus. Let's call a spade a spade. We're the point of podcast people were up and up.
Yeah.
And then here we are, all these years later. And it's been an up and down ride. We've had other people on the show that have grown their following hugely, and then unfollow us because they're like, they're not going anywhere. And here we are, still hanging on.
Yes, we're still gonna go, even if it's like, we say like, we're just gonna make a short episode today because you know what, it might not even get any views, but maybe that's not like the way to look at it. Maybe it's that this could be the one. You know what I mean? Like, even though we could record a podcast and like finish it and be like, oh, well, we didn't even say anything interesting, or I'm not really feeling that one. Somebody else might like what we're talking about. So that's really what.
Oh wow! I just popped my hip. That was awesome. Oh man, that was a new way to pop your hip, people.
Yeah.
Oh, that felt good. And I think that's the point. Which, like you're saying, is I think when it comes to the point where we are so like anal, no pun intended. We're so anal, so nitpicky about every little thing that goes into the podcast, and we gotta plan it out and do this. I think that's the point. Is once we are doing what we are doing now, once we're just like sitting back this season and just being like, okay, we're just throwing the episode out. We're not really gonna promote it. We're not really gonna freaking do, we're not gonna pay for promotion, is what I mean. Like screw, like why am I gonna pay? We're not paying for views. So we're just going to let it go and let the algorithm take it. If people like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. Like you said, we'll find that'll be the one. Like we have a freaking clip. And it's always the clips too. Like I mentioned, I don't like editing clips because I hate once we record a podcast, I love just throwing it out there and not really seeing it again unless I'm drinking. Then I get to see it from a different perspective. I'm like, okay, it's not so bad. If I'm sober, I'm like, damn, this is shit. But
we suck.
Yeah, we definitely suck it. But everybody feels like that. We're watching a documentary about South Park. Every time they release, Trey and Matt release an episode, they're like, that was the worst episode ever.
Right,
and it's just,
exactly.
It's just the way it goes. But like I said, people are here. People are listening right now. And people really appreciate us, and we really appreciate them.
Yeah.
So that's the beauty of it. But yeah, once we just let it go and just let it do, it'll do its own thing.
Yeah, and I feel too, like, like you said, we just have to appreciate the people that do watch us now, like, because like our podcast does not get 0 views. Like obviously we get something. So whether you're a watcher,
nobody liked the crazy facts weather. It's like I said, it's always the ones that we don't think that it's like it's gonna do well. We're like, this crazy facts weather is gonna be. We need another crazy facts episode. We'll do crazy facts about the weather. Boom, 13 views. And then we do a video about, or something else showing RFK's abs. You get freaking 100 views.
Yeah. See, I guess it also, too, has to be, like, relevant to people. People are like, what, weather? I guess we don't think about that. But to us, it's cool because us personally, like, we like learning new stuff. So it's like, if it's something that we're into, like, who cares? We should still just talk about it. Yeah. Whatever, because we're here to have a good time.
Oh, yeah, and that's what I was wanted to bring up earlier. You kind of just remind me of that when you're saying that is, we're here to have a good time, and we don't even know what's going to click or not. Like I was going to bring to before I went off on a tangent. We have a freaking viral clip on TikTok that's almost at 50,000 views right now, and that was one of those clips that when I was editing, I was like, man, this is shit. Like, this is probably not going to get more than 10 views, and then boom, we're at 50,000.
You just literally have to go into everything remembering, like, this could be something.
But then when I edit a clip and I'm like, man, this is premium content, 10 views.
Yes, quality content.
Yeah. It'll happen. I mean,
yeah, slowly but surely. We can't give up.
Yeah, and it all comes down to why we're doing this. Like I said, we're doing this for fun, to entertain, to build a core kind of niche. I don't want to say audience, but kind of like a niche, like just like community.
Yeah.
And we just want to have fun with it. And I think that's the main point of this conversation is, like, if you're thinking of starting a podcast, number one, it's not as easy as you think. Number two, you're gonna have to be along for a ride. And number three, if you think you're gonna start podcasting, your number one goal, or you're in your top 5 goals, if one of them is money, don't start a podcast, because it's not.
Yeah,
you got it. This is purely for heart. Yeah, it's purely for just the love of the game, baby. That's why we're here.
Yeah, so, honestly.
Yeah, at this point, right?
Cheers to that. I finished my energy drink.
Good thing. I'll let you watch this, and we'll comment on it.
Okay.
Can we normalize sending the other family money for play dates? So recently, my daughter had a friend over, and I asked her mom for money, and this is how it went. So after the play date, I texted her mom and I said, thanks for letting Jamie play today. Please help out with your share of the expenses for the play date, totaling $15 via Venmo. Let's do it again sometime, because I can't keep doing these play dates if it's so expensive. And she said, expenses? And I said, yeah, she used supplies and food while she was here. And this way we can do this more often without a monetary obligation on just one party, right? Makes sense. Now, she didn't say much, but she did say what supplies. And of course I wrote them down. There was chalk, applesauce, fruit. She sat on the couch, so that's wear and tear. She actually broke a toy. She had 3 juice boxes. She went to the bathroom. She had yogurt. Then she actually
sat
sent
on the
money,
couch?
and I sent her a message thanking her for it, of course. She didn't say anything else, but I said, this will make it easier for us to do more play dates in the future. So what do you guys think?
I think you're retarded.
And not gonna lie, because I tend to do this sometimes. When I start seeing a good video like this, I'll immediately save it or download it, and I'll stop watching the video because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna save the rest of this video for the podcast. I had no idea she charged for wear and tear. I'm sitting on the couch.
She said it so like duh. You know, like, why would I not charge her for that?
These are the type of narcissistic bitches that were my exes, and you need to stay away from people because she's completely saying this, and not only saying this, posted it on TikTok, and like is completely oblivious in the reality that she lives in because she thinks she's so right and like
she's so confident.
Yes,
she really
and the
is.
type of people like that are just with so much ego in this world. Like they literally are just driven by ego.
Yeah,
it's sickening.
Yeah, and
it's like put your damn ego aside and look at the facts and look at yourself in the mirror.
Yeah,
you know,
like obviously, like she should be really embarrassed of herself, and not only is she embarrassing herself, but she's also embarrassing her child because you know what? I would doubt that there's not going to be another play date after this. So your daughter potentially just lost a friend. You know what I mean?
That's
because
what the comments are full of. Like, yeah, nobody's going over that house. Somebody even put your daughter better start making up imaginary friends.
See, that's sad. Not her actions literally reflect on her daughter.
One sad thing is somebody put in quote that her daughter is going to say one day, "Mommy, why does anybody come over anymore?"
Because you're charged them to sit on the couch.
Yes,
that's ugh.
Yeah, and it's just slap in the face to us because like. We're the type of parents where we were already kind of discussed, like when our daughter gets older, we don't kind of want or maybe not even trust her going to her friend's house and stuff. We want to be the type of parents like, no, just let them come over here. Just bring your friends over here. Or let's hang out. Or y'all hang out there.
Yeah.
You know,
I want to be the cool mom.
Yeah, exactly. And, not overbearing either. Not like, watching them. We just kind of, let them do their thing, but kind of oversee. Yeah, exactly. But we want to be kind of like that where, her friends know they can come over and have fun and, not going to be, it's kind of like a safe space, you know? You're not going to be. Yeah, so to parents like us, it's kind of a slap in the face until we're in that position and we're like, damn, this is fucking expensive. There's fucking kids over eating all our food.
Yeah, but you know what? I would actually use my head, and if our daughter were to invite someone over, like for a play date or we're gonna go somewhere together, it's like I would need to make sure like that I would make sure financially that like we're okay to be able to like add one more person to the bunch. You know what I mean? Like use your head first before you freaking embarrass yourself and your entire family.
Yeah, cheers to that. That's good advice there.
Cheers to that. I don't have a drink.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Am I the only one that like has to drink like a sip of their chaser before the shot and after?
No. There's many people do that before. I love I love just shot chaser. Mm-hmm. Even if you put the same ingredients in a mixed drink, I've never liked that unless we're at like a bar or a club or like time we went to a strip club, we got vodka Red Bulls. Yeah, they made those really good because you can just freaking I feel like in that environment with the drinks with the straws, you can just freaking drink that like 2 sips. Maybe they make it on purpose. That's why they put that big of ice cubes.
Yes. It's 70% ice cubes.
Yeah, but I've seen people do that. I actually had a friend. The strangest / coolest thing I saw is he would have 2 solo cups. My friend Foster, and he'd fill one up with alcohol and one up with like soda or something. And that's what he would just be double fisting all night, just back and forth, between the 2, just soda, vodka, or whatever it was.
I mean, you get an equal amount.
Yeah, so there's that.
Yeah, that's funny.
But let's end some little bit of motivation.
Okay.
So Tony Hawk is known for that's basically how he got famous and infamous. Is he was the first person to pull off the 900, which is 4 spins. Yeah, because it's 360. It's like 3 or 4 spins.
Wait, why did you say famous and then infamous?
Well, because he got famous from that, but then like infamous is more like you're famous for a long period of time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm the dumb one.
But, no, I'm just kidding. No,
I meant serious. I was being sarcastic. I didn't get that.
I think I'm pretty dumb. Yeah. But anyway, he was the first person to pull off the trick, the 900, and that's how, you know, everything happened for him. And, like, fast forward all these years later, and there's kids that can pull off 3 in a row right in front of Tony Hawk.
Going to be a big factor, though. Who is making most of their runs? Even if they're repeating them, because right now we're seeing a lot of bails.
All right, Emma.
Are we going 3 900s right now? 1.
He's like, yeah, here's my best trick.
2.
He's at 1800.
Oh, he's got it. He's got it.
Here we go. History in the making.
3-peat.
And a kickflip body burial 540.
He's got to be a little dizzy.
He's trying to unwind.
Yeah,
with
he's
the front
losing
step.
steam.
Yes!
Yeah.
Yes!
Back to...
And I guarantee you another 10 years is going to be a kid that pulls off like 5 in a row. But yeah, this kid literally now
That is so
what
impressive.
made Tony Hawk famous, because no one has ever done it before. You have kids doing it 3 times. That just, you know, a little message I wanted to send. Just that, number one, we as humans are evolving.
Yeah.
You know, this is literally purely, and just number 2, maybe Tony Hawk in his early career could have pulled off 3 900s in a row, but with it never being done before, you start putting limits on yourself, and it was just a big deal back then, just pull off
Right.
1, so it's like, let me put off 1. So that's a perfect example, people. Don't try to be the next whatever, try to be the first you, and this proves it right there.
Wow, I love it. It's so
Yeah.
motivational.
Yeah, in this world, in this time filled with
Yeah.
shit, you know, do some motivation.
No, that kid is really impressive, though. How old is he? Like 5?
Yeah, right? I think he's like 9 or something.
What? He literally.
No, he looks like he's 6 or 7.
I think he did a 900 out of the womb.
Right? You know, yeah, that's probably something like his parents were training him on at an early age. Like
Yeah.
right now, like we do wrestling moves on Delilah very,
Yes.
very, very, very softly.
Yes.
Trust me, people.
Yeah.
But like we're kind of preparing her to for her career in wrestling. Like I
Yeah.
think we even got to the point now when I fake pin her and I'm like 1, 2, she'll literally kick out on her
She
own. She'll like
knows,
put
yeah.
her shoulder
She's
up.
such a
I'm like,
quick
oh,
learner.
the kick out.
Yes.
Yeah,
she learns
she's
so
a quick
fast.
learner. Yeah.
Yes, so impressive.
Yeah, all the toys and everything she got for her birthday. She has buckets and piles of toys everywhere, and her favorite thing to play with is a mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, and an Xbox
Yeah,
controller.
we're still missing keys from this keyboard because of our daughter's favorite thing to do is to
Yeah.
rip keys out of the keyboard. This little mouse, she bit all over, so it's hard to turn the little nozzle here. So that's our child's favorite toys.
Yeah, and how you have the Pro controller,
Oh yeah,
so it comes with the little pieces.
the magnet pieces.
Yeah,
so
the
it's figured
magnets. So she'll take them off and on.
Oh man, the joys of parenthood. I'm talking
Yeah.
about our child.
Mm-hmm.
You know, then we
Literally
say
every
we say-
opportunity.
Yeah, we said we're literally not going to be those parents. I was like, I'm not going to turn into the dad this and dad that, and like I'm over here wearing a cool dad shirt. So, and you're wearing a mama,
Yeah,
the mama
what's on
bear
the
don't
back.
care.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Cheeser.
no, we love
But
it.
yeah, this is nice. We've been going for about 30 minutes, so
Yeah, see,
we
Even-
said you were like, oh, 10-minute episode today.
that's the
like, no, yeah,
that just goes to show that's the beauty of why we do this is because
it
we
hasn't
love
even
just,
felt like it.
Yes, and we feel like in all the like craziness that we do, because like yeah, during the day we're going back and forth with the baby, we're doing our things, working, and you know, dealing with everything we have to deal with in the land.
Yeah.
Sometimes like we don't even get the chance to like kind of sit and relax. Like most of our conversations are pillow talk because it's like
Yeah.
really in bed that we get to really talk
Pillow
much.
talk or passing by.
Or passing by,
each
yes.
other.
Or like, yeah, I'll literally, yeah. Even there's times where I'm playing my games or something, trying to catch up on gaming, and you're watching your shows. We'll just randomly like come to each other and just tell each other something. Like,
Yeah.
but like now is like we actually have a full like 30 minutes. You two just sit and talk,
Yep.
and that's kind of the beauty of it
Yep.
too. That's why we're doing this.
Yeah.
So it's
The
awesome.
just us.
The just us. I knew I was gonna do that. Glad it wasn't full.
I know.
But yeah, please follow us on social media, people. I promise I'm gonna make more clips. It's just hard. I'm just gonna start releasing clips, and then just let AI do the trick.
Yeah.
But even AI kind of sucks now with clips because it doesn't do it right.
Yeah, and it doesn't do all the editing for you. It
Yeah,
makes
and
it seem like it's all easy.
It'll cut off like good clips. Like I'll be like, oh, this is a good clip, and then it cuts off like right at a good time. I'm
And
like,
how it can't pan.
yes,
it
and how it
can't
can't
between
pan. I'm like,
people.
okay, AI needs to
Yeah,
step it up.
Just started, already wanted it to be better. It
Right?
eventually will be, I bet.
Yeah.
So yeah, like you said, don't forget to like and subscribe. We have merch on our website. Follow us on all social media at CayVin Universe. And Jobber Circle, we recently just released another episode. We hopefully will be coming out with another one soon. We got Money in the Bank coming up for all the wrestling fans. So yeah.
Awesome. All right, we love you, people.
See you next
week. Yeah, hear the music. I always forget to say the hear the music.
I know. I hear it. Let's go.